Can hear. All right. Now, before I get started, or is that just the light shining on it the wrong way? Before I get started, let me just say you're not seeing orbs, you're seeing dust because I haven't been in my office in a week. If you only see half, if you're reading the chat, the heck is going on here? Why isn't my chat way up here? Okay. If you're only seeing, if I'm talking and you're only seeing, you're looking, somebody asked me a question and you can't see the question in the chat, it's because I'm simultaneously living on both Life with the Wolfies and our Half Acre Homestead. I'm getting over the flu. Hey, Joe. Hey, Robin, Rose, Ninja Clan. I'm not going to be able to say hi to everybody. I've got two chats going here, one on this phone and one on the computer. I am getting better. It's been rough. See, when you have fibromyalgia, and I'll get to the shower in a minute, and when you have fibromyalgia, you are not the best judge of whether or not you're sick. It has to take you down like a ton of bricks before you go, oh, I'm sick, right? Because you still have, you still have all these everyday aches and pains and all of these side effects and things from fibromyalgia. And okay, so here's what happens. Remember I had a fibro flare a couple of weeks ago? Warm. Is she coming in? Oh my goodness.
Come here, the babies. Come and say hello. Everybody's missed you.
Yes. Yes. We came home after driving Angie home with her two golden retrievers, and Gracie was so offended. She sniffed us all over. She ran her nose up and down Daddy's legs. And she looked at me and said, you cheated on me. Look, she's not even looking me in the eye. She's still pissed at me. But I've been sick and she's been looking after me. Well, say please. Say please. Say please. Say it. Say it. All right, there you go. Go keep Daddy company. That's all you're getting until bedtime. Go on. Go on. So, I'd had the fibro flare the week, 2 weeks before the shower. And I was just recovering from the fibro flare when we had to go and we had to stay in a hotel and eat strange food and get ready for a shower. And I had no idea that my immune system was low because I have an immune system. And it was lowered by the fibro flare and by the getting ready for the shower and all of those things, right? So we all got it. I got it. Briar got it. Howie got it. Arthur got it from the shower. Briar was here. He got it from me when we got home. So you're not seeing orbs, you're seeing dust. Unless it's something that catches my eye. You know what I mean? Like that was dust that just went up there, right? Because my office is a mess. It is a mess. So is it dry, darling? We'll check it and then make sure. I have dinner in the oven, chicken. You know, I've been living on Mr. Noodle's soup, and that's just today and yesterday. What's today? Thursday? Yesterday, Wednesday, Monday, and Tuesday. Well, I got to tell you, it's a blur. It's a blur from when we got home Sunday night. I just thought I was exhausted. And I know Nan just got over being sick a week and a half before the shower. Like she was in bed for a week. And then for less than a week after that, she was, she was up for a few days and then she came to the shower and she sat with me. And Howie and Arthur and Mel and I were the only ones who hugged her, right? Because nobody else knew her, right? And Mel would be protected by natural immunities by being pregnant, right? So I think I caught it from mom because but it went wonderful. But I got home and I made myself some pasta, just a few noodles with some cream and with some butter and some Parmesan, and I went to bed. And when I woke up Monday morning, Briar was downstairs asleep, and I phoned him. And I said, can I take you home tomorrow? I don't feel well. And he goes, no, Mom, I got to go home today. And I said, okay. No, Wendy wasn't there, Audrey. She was not well. I have supper cooking too. We're having vegetable. I made Howie egg sandwiches, and he's lucky I cooked. Because when I'm cooking right now, for me, is toast or pouring boiling water over ramen noodles. Seriously, dude. Not at the moment, Isabella, but I'm going to take my juice out for tomorrow. I'm taking my juice out for tomorrow because I still have some in the freezer. So Monday, I drove Briar home and I was not well. I was not well. I was shivering and shaking like a dog that was farting razor blades. I'm not kidding. And, we're getting over it, like I'm still not well. But I got to fill you guys in on what to expect because it's going to take me a couple of weeks to get back under steam. Because if I learn nothing else from being sick this week, it's that I've done too much. I've pushed myself too far, right? But I got home. I drove Briar on Monday. I drove him back to Gatineau, which is about an hour and 20 minutes there and back, maybe longer. And by the time I was on my way back, I almost rear-ended a Toyota. I went across the line on the highway. I mean, I'm amazed I wasn't pulled over by the police. I looked like I was drunk. And I should have not driven. And I'm just really grateful that nothing happened. And I came home and I went to bed. And that was it. I don't remember phoning Howie and telling him he had to buy his supper. I don't remember anything. Everything from Monday when I got home until this morning has been a bit of a blur. Honest to God, a blur. I remember Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday because I posted it on Facebook. I remember Tuesday thinking, thank God for my pantry because I threw together a chicken soup in the crock and went back to bed. And I got up to eat it with Howie on Tuesday, but because I thought I was feeling better. I wasn't feeling better. I was nowhere near better. So, are you feeling congested in your chest or are you just coughing up snot? All right, I'll ask you in a bit. So, like, I'm coughing, but my chest isn't really congested. This is just like Joe said. It's like stuff that's running, this is sinus leakage that's making me cough, right? Tuesday I made the chicken soup, and I guess Howie must have thought I was better. And then I went Wednesday morning, I woke up and said, you're going to have to pour your own cereal and make your own sandwiches. I can't get out of bed. Please put Gracie out because it's going to be hours before I get the chance to. And I went back to bed. And I lived on water. And I phoned him on his way home from work and said, please pick up a loaf of bread and some ramen noodles because I can't cook. You'll have to make yourself something. And he's like, And I went, look, Howie, I'm really sick. And he goes, I'm sick too. And I said, then you're staying home tomorrow. And he goes, no, I'm not. And I said, don't give me that macho man bull crap. If you're sick, you're staying home. I can't afford to take time off. I said, that's bullshit. Absolute horse crap, right? So I made him stay home today, and he's staying home tomorrow too. But in, the time between dropping Briar off and coming home Monday and this morning, I don't remember much of anything. I remember drinking a lot of water. I remember asking Howie to make me some toast and a cup of tea at one point, and that's it. And I woke up this morning. I kid you not. Yeah, exactly. And there's rainbow, and there's also the fact that he could be spread. This is how if this is how easy it spread, then he's not taking that back to work. He could knock the whole shop down for a week, right? And I got a good immune system, right? I have a great immune system, obviously. But this morning I woke up 6 o'clock this morning, somewhere between 6 and 7, completely drenched. And then when I say drenched, right through my pillow, my hair was like strings and dripping. It went. Thank God thank God I had a nice thick flannel sheet between me and the blankets, because the blankets didn't get sweated through. But I sweated right through the bottom sheet and the mattress pad, right to the mattress. There were spots of sweat. And I almost cried, because all I wanted to do was curl up back in my blankets and go to sleep. I couldn't. They were wet. So I had to get out of bed and strip my bed and wash, do my laundry and then remake my bed. And it's like that just did me in. But I had a shower, and now I'm kind of not looking after Howie. Howie's had toast, and I've made him tea, and I've made him. I've given him more food than I've actually fed myself. I cooked for him. I made him I made him egg sandwiches for supper tonight. I don't know how I made soup. I see I'm still running a bit of a fever. I can feel it. But it's not as bad. Like it'll come and go. It'll fade in and out over the next. I don't always get an elevated temperature. I'm one of these weird people. My dad was the same. My sister is the same. We don't get, sometimes we do, but we rarely get an elevated temperature when we get sick or have an infection. Okay. I get all the symptoms of a fever, the freezing, not being able to get warm, the hot and kicking off the blankets, the discombobulation, the staggering around the house. Do you know what I mean? I get all of those things, but if you put a thermometer in my mouth, you'll be lucky to get a 99 reading, right? So the point is, nobody ever believes me when I'm sick, because I don't get a temperature. And I will tell you that when I was just before I got pregnant with Briar, so we're looking at 1982, somewhere around there, I got strep throat. Strep throat so bad I couldn't open my mouth more than this. I could barely talk. I talked through clenched teeth, and I wouldn't talk at all. And I went to the doctor, and the nurse come in. She took my blood pressure. This is back in the days when they did all this shit at a doctor's appointment. Took my blood pressure, took my temperature, took the notes as to the symptoms and all that stuff. And she went, well, your temperature's normal and everything looks good here. And I went, okay. And then the doctor came in. And he said, I hear you think you have strep throat. And I said, yeah. And he looked at my chart and he said, you don't have a temperature. I said, really? I said, Dr. Milne, and he was my doctor for years. I said, I have been telling you for years that I don't get elevated temperatures. If I go to 102, I'm hallucinating. I'm out there like Pluto with kittens crawling all over the bed and people walking in to talk to me who aren't there and all that shit. I'm out of it, right? I'd have to have double friggin' pneumonia to get up to 101, right? I'm hyperthyroid, never have a temp, but over 99 is high. 99 is 90. My normal temperature is, you know how they say 98.6 is normal? Mine is 97.56. 97.6. I have lower blood pressure and I have a lower temperature than normal. So when the doctor said, well, let's have a look. And he tried to open my mouth. I said, I'm telling you, I can't. And he said, all right, take a deep breath and open your mouth. And I opened my mouth, and he literally took a step back and went, whoa. And he went, oh, ah. And I went, uh-huh. And he said, I'm so sorry. He said, I'm going to put you on antibiotics right away. You definitely have a really bad case of strep throat. He said, I'm so sorry that I have to swab it just for the records. He said, but I guarantee that's strep. I said, I know what strep is. He said, I can't believe you don't have a temperature. So it's really, really hard to get medical professionals to believe you unless they see it for their own eyes, that you are physically, superatingly, infectiously sick without a temperature. So doctor learned you can have strep without having a fever. Absolutely. Good. Hey, I'm a raw. That is my usual temperature. Yeah, my average temperature is 97. That's right. If I get to 98, 99, I'm sick. Exactly. And I think this is one of those things where we're starting to realize that not one size fits all in medicine, right? One size does not fit all. There are symptoms and things that you do with symptoms and how you treat symptoms. But doctors today versus doctors 30 years ago, and this was 30 years ago, right? Doctors today rely more on the internet. Okay? They're punching up step. And if they don't understand what you've got, they send you to a specialist. But I haven't, the last time I've been to it, when was the last time you went to a doctor where they actually did blood work, where they actually swabbed your throat, where they actually, you know what I mean? They don't do it anymore. Doctors are more desk clerks with vast amounts of knowledge and debt. But they rely more on the internet. Hey, LM. You showed up on my recommendations, been digging your videos. Well, thank you. And you know what? I really appreciate that. And I hope you watch them all. You know why? Because I'm not going to be able to work for a couple of weeks. I have to take care of myself better. That fibro flare and this flu have told me that I've been godsmacked, right? It is time. It is time for me to look after myself. Between now and my grandchild being born in 7 weeks, I have to be ready for that, right? My mother passed away with pneumonia without a fever. She was 92, but just saying. Yeah. I've gone through many doctors and finally have one that believes me when I say sick or hurt, he's my angel. Well, it's been really tough. I don't even know what my doctor looks like. Well, thank you, Big Sky Dreamer. So, now do you want to hear about my grandbaby? I'm sorry, whether you want to hear it or not, you're going to hear it. I have not touched my daughter-in-law's tummy since she was 17 weeks pregnant. Now, I'm going to get emotional, but I'm going to tell you that in the moment, I was, again, so godsmacked, so totally in the moment of touching her belly this weekend that it wasn't until I got home that I cried and cried. Nobody prepares you. You've carried children, right? You've raised children. You've had sisters being pregnant and family pregnant and babies all over the place. Nobody prepares you for when you feel your grandchild move in the belly, responding to your voice. We went out for dinner Friday night with Mel's family. And when Mel and Arthur got there, I said, take your coat off. I hugged Arthur, of course, but it's like, Mel, I love you, sweetheart. I gave her a hug, but take your coat off. I want to feel your belly. I haven't been touched it since you were 17 weeks. And I floated her around the pool and I felt little flutters and stuff. But I went right down, put my hands on her belly, and I went, hello, my grandbaby. Hello, this is Grandy. And they pushed. And his little bum, and you could feel it was, I said, is that his bum? Yep, that's his bum, right? Every time I'm really lucky. I always thought I was unlucky, but I have been gifted with a voice that resonates. I don't know if anybody understands that. Some people can whisper in a crowded room and everyone will hear them. That's me, because my voice has a really deep resonance. I inherited that from my father, right? So when I put my hands on her belly and I started talking and he started moving and pushing and responding, I was like just there. I was totally godsmacked. I was in the moment. I was communicating with my unborn grandbaby. And then the next day at the shower, she came in this beautiful denim blue velour dress. It was really lovely. And like a faded denim, it's been washed a few times. And I put my hands on her belly and I sang the Gracie song, which is a song for that my mother used to sing, but it's adaptable to dogs or children or boys or girls or whatever, right? He's his Grandy's darling. He's his Grandy's boy. He's his Grandy's sweetheart, better than any toy. And while I sang, he responded. I don't know his name yet, but he's Grandy's boy. And every time I remember those moments, it's one of those things that is tucked in my heart for the rest of my life. Like the Christmas morning when we had nothing. And my dad said, look at the birds on the snow. And we had a home. Like laying in bed, me and my brother Bob on either side of my mom while my dad was downstairs watching the news. We went and snuggled in with mom. Yes, she smoked in bed. And she sang to us those songs. And she would make patterns with her cigarette heater in the dark, like fireworks for us. Like when my children opened their eyes and looked at me for the first time in my eyes. Those are moments you only get to live once. And it's so precious. So precious. I'm like, and part of it was like, oh my God, how fast. I haven't seen her since the summer, but oh my God, how big she is. How big her belly is, and I'm going to miss the rest of it because I'm not going to be there until we know what's going on, or until maybe we can go down again. I don't know. But from now until the baby's born, I have to get healthy. I have to rebuild my immune system back up. So it is precious, Yoshi. It is. It was my moment with my grandchild. Yes, Mel was standing there and I apologized to her. I said, it's not like you're not here and it's not like I don't love you and appreciate you. She said, it's okay, Bev, I get it. I'm just the vessel for your grandbaby right now. And you're in your moment with the grandbaby. And I said, yeah, I am, And so I said, now, by the way, once the baby's old enough to go to school and you guys are working professionals, because I know you'll still be working, I'm Camp Grandy. So I got to show you. I'm only going to show you one because nobody else has seen these. Like nobody in who's done them has seen these yet. But I got to show you. Look at this. Look at this little tie-dyed onesie. They all have to be ironed and pictures taken of. I knew this was by Angie's granddaughter Jada did this one. And what was really cool is the men. There was only Arthur, Mel's dad, and Howard. And so we said, no, don't go, don't go. There's only three of you, right? And they were amazing. Alan and Mel's sister helped me put up the streamers, and I blew the balloons, and they put the balloons up. We got out the card tables for all the people to kind of sit in more intimate groupings, and we used the bigger tables for the tie-dye station and the food. Angie was a friggin' workhorse. I don't think she sat and participated in the shower. She's very shy that way. But she was like doing food and dishes and everybody. Arthur, Howard, Mel's mom and dad, and Mel's sister, and everybody was just like, at the end, was like cleared up. And I'm sitting in a chair like a limp noodle, exhausted. And it was a blast. We had a blast. We set up the tie-dye tables, put plastic over them, and then Angie and Howard are looking at the floor going, Bev, this is going to be messy. You really should have something on the floor. This is a really nice floor, and it's wood, and this is going to stain. So Howie ran out to Canadian Tire, got a huge plastic drop cloth, and him and Arthur set up the tie-dye tables with the plastic over them as well, the tablecloths over them. And Angie and Arthur set up all the different inks and all that stuff. And there was so much left over because I ended up going out and buying more onesies just in case, right? And there was onesies left over. Probably 10 of them. And everybody did one except Nan and Karen. Even Howie did one. And Arthur did one. And it was just magic the way it all kind of happened. It's just magic the way it all kind of happened. It all came together. And we all had fun. And I forgot to take pictures. That's how much fun I was having. I was only taking pictures as Mel was opening gifts. And so I'm hoping folks will send me pictures. But hey, I'm not saying, hi, Aces, Rainbow, Gypsy Mama, LG, Jean Phillips, Nadine Conley, Blissfield, Michigan. That sounds like a lovely name. It was fun. And poor Mel. Mel is not used to being the center of attention. She's not from a big family. And she came to me in the kitchen and said, I don't know if I can open presents in front. I didn't know I was going to be opening presents in front of all these people. She said, I don't know if I can do that. I said, honey, it's all a part of the experience. It'll be fine. And she rose to the occasion like a queen. The baby's already got a library started. People brought baby books that they remembered from their childhood and wrote little notes in them. And she's got more clothes for this baby than God's got ideas. I'm telling you, because now I went into Walmart to get, and I went to Walmart, and yes, here's another story. In Hull, I bought a new pair of shoes, and they were the only ones, right? And I tried one on, and it was fine. Turns out when I get to the cashier, and there was one cashier, turns out that she couldn't find the tag. There was no tag on it, but it was the only pair that was in my size, 10 wide. And she rang it up for $39. I said, no, it's not. It's 19. Right? So she called somebody and they had to come and I had to wait. And they took the shoe. They took one shoe. They took it and they brought back another pair of shoes. And it turned out that when I got to Toronto and went to put them on, Peterborough, and went to put them on, one was a 9 wide. Somebody had made a mistake. And yes, it was almost all full on self-checkout. There was one cashier. So I went to Walmart in Peterborough. And there was 2 cashiers. Thank you very much. I went to Walmart in Peterborough, and I went straight to the desk and said, I'm here from Quebec, and I bought these on my way here at a Walmart, and they're 2 different sizes. And she said, do you want to exchange them, or do you want your money back? I said, I want to exchange them. She said, well, go get another pair. Thank you, because they're wonderful shoes. But yeah, because Gatineau Walmart's no longer. Oh, and the Walmart I bought the shoes at was in Hull, Quebec, but it only had the one cashier. So when I got to Peterborough and there were 2 cashiers, I was quite happy about that. But Gatineau and Hull and Quebec Walmarts are off my shopping list now. Hey, Missouri Belle. Papa has been healthy for over a year now, correct? He passed his heart attack anniversary, I think. Yes, he did. Now he has an excuse to take care of his heart more with this new baby coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's doing well. He is doing well, except now he's got this flu bug that we got. Hi, Michael. So it was a wonderful success. And I'm not going to be here long, and I'm not going to do a long extended prayer or anything like that. I just came to tell you guys that I appreciate it if you rewatch my videos. I will appreciate it because I cannot work. And I have to recover, get my house in order, get this flu bug kicked, and be in full fighting form by the time my grandbaby is born. Hey, Jane, your onesie turned out beautiful. I'm getting better, yes. You know, it's been a rough day because, you know, now Howie's sick. But I'm not feeling well at all right now. I'm starting to feel nauseated, actually, and that's a first. But hey, KB Canner. So what I want to tell you guys is that I'm going to be doing more like this, more live streams until I'm feeling better, until my house is back up in order. And because we got Christmas videos coming. Oh, I got to tell you, there is one more 4 jars giveaway, and it's a special one. The 4 jars giveaway. Now, this is not the announcement for it, so don't comment on this video thinking you're going to be in the draw. I'll tell you when I'll announce the draw in a video on its own. But it is the last giveaway from 4 jars for the year. Okay? Well, we won't be doing any until spring, early summer again. So this is the time I'm going to run it longer than just a week. All right? And there's going to be the regular prizes. 2 sleeves of 100 lids, 2 tea towels, 2 sleeves of 50 lids, tea towels, a gift certificate, and tea towels. But each one of those gifts is going to have something a little extra. I don't know if it's not from me. It's from the wonderful folks, Mike and his wife and family at 4 jars. They're going to add a little bit of holiday something in there. Right? So the draw is going to be around American Thanksgiving. So I'm telling you, soon I will be doing one more push, and you're going to have 2 or 3 weeks. You're going to have a couple of weeks between then and the draw. Okay? And the prizes are going to have a little extra something in them when you receive them, just for being so supportive of our 4 jars canning lids. And I say our because you know me, these are the only lids I will use, right? I hope you feel better soon. I've been watching your videos since your first one, entertaining and super educational. Sending out blessings and a big hug from the great state of Georgia. Georgia. That's how I know this isn't in my chest. Well, let's double check that. Tweedle-tweedle-tweedle-dee. Yeah. I'm as happy as can be. I was pushing it, but no, my lungs are good. Anything I'm coughing up is from sinus secretions. So, well, Rainbow, I woke up this morning in a bed of sweat. And it's just been these I didn't even know I was going to do live streams until about 2:00 this afternoon. Because everything I've had to do, I got up, I stripped my bed and put it in the wash. And then I sat down and had a cup of tea. And then I got up and put it in the dryer. And then I sat down and watched some TV with Howard and I had a cup of soup. And then I got up and I made my bed. And by 2:00, I knew that, yeah, I still feel like crap. I shouldn't be pushing myself, but that I'm over the worst of it. The teeth clenching chills. Like I could not get warm. I could not get warm. An email checking on ya. Glad you are okay. Feel better soon. Well, I'm running. I put my hand on here out of pure reflex, right? If Howie puts his hand on his thing on my forehead and says, yeah, you're warm, it's usually when I'm really, really, really sick. Love you so much, Bev. Thank you, Aces. Please make sure you're getting enough liquids. Oh, honey. And it's not just tea. I've been drinking more water than tea. And I'm going to be, it's going to be Monday. It's going to be Monday before I feel up to doing anything. And by then I'm going to have to clean my house and catch up the laundry. I mean, yeah, while we were away, Briar washed the floors and he cleaned the island and that. But when I came home, I had boxes and bins of stuff that my cousin Marilyn gave me, who's 83, my cousin Marilyn, that belonged, craft stuff that belonged to her mother. This is the second time she's given me a bunch of stuff from my aunt who passed away in like 1999, right? So I'm going to actually do a video going through these because I started to go through them and I must have got some shoe polish or something because my hands went black. So I'm going to be more careful, but there's 6 little bins and there's bags. And there's a really interesting knitted project that my aunt never finished that I might try and finish and give to my grandchild. So please, thank you for your love, your support, and your patience while I recover from the flu, from a fibro flare 2 weeks ago, from the flu, from the shower, from the traveling, from the different food, the road food and stuff like that. Thank you for your patience because I'm not going to be able to work for a couple of weeks. I have to get back so that I can do something without having to sit down to catch my breath. And I have to, look after my house and start planning our holiday videos, right? Because we're going to be going through the recipe box. So I'm going to actually be doing videos. I know I'm getting excited and I shouldn't be because I shouldn't be thinking about work right now. But I'm going to be doing videos on going through the recipe box and picking recipes for the holidays. So, and then I'm going to be doing the recipes and we're going to go through the box on Life with the Full Feast, but the videos are going to be, the desserts are going to be baked on our Half Acre Homestead. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah, we're going to have, and don't forget, come December, Life with the Wolfies, we're going to be doing a live stream for the entire month of December, the tea of the day. Thanks to 4 Jars. They sent me a box of 30 different herbal teas a while back, and I've been saving them for our Advent tea calendar. So, okay, listen, I'm sorry if I haven't been able to. Hey, Hell House Paranormal, for my church fair on Saturday. Awesome. So, this is a short one because I'm ready for bed. I really am ready for bed. A cup of soup in bed. And I'm going to ask you to say a prayer with me. Now, remember, folks, this is not for everybody. Well, it's for everybody, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. This is non-denominational. It means you don't have to be any faith or religion in particular to participate. This is me connecting with my higher power and you connecting with your faith. while we come together, heart to heart, holding hands across the internet and praying for love, light, laughter, and peace across the world. Because all of this crap that's been going on is going to soon end. It's already falling apart. All of this crap that's been going on and all the lies that people are seeing. Remember, there are the volunteers who believe completely in everything they're told, and they have to be there. That's just the part. That's just life. But we, as folks who still think freely for ourselves, for the most part, some of us still, fight indoctrination. But this is our chance to pray for peace and for love and for light and for laughter. And nowhere do I feel better doing that than with you guys. You guys have no idea how much I've missed you for the last few days. Believe it or not, I'm really missed you guys. You guys are mostly my connection with the outside world. You're my internet family. I couldn't quit if I tried, but I am asking you to be patient while I heal, okay? While I heal and clean and get ready for the massive amount of work that end of November, mid-November to, I got a week and a half to get back into shape, like back into health. And then the holiday season stuff starts, right? So, well, I'm going to be doing more live streams. Do you remember when I started doing live streams daily? It was when COVID started, and I was before COVID started. Like we were still watching it all pan out in China, and everybody was scared. So we started doing it, and I was sick. Now they had me on tramadol for 2 months. Didn't realize it was messing with my mood meds. But while I couldn't physically do almost anything, right? That's when Howie brought the microwave up from the basement downstairs because I couldn't stand at the stove. I was in so much pain. And then I went to a wedding, right? And in January 2020. And then we started doing live streams every day because I couldn't work. And then we continued on for 18 months because people were just terrified of what was happening in the world. This is kind of one of those situations. Hi, Rosie. Oh, I got all kinds of stuff, Mama Dukes. I got all kinds of tricks up my sleeve. So what's going to happen is there's going to be, oh no, tramadol just about suicide bombered me, really. So I'm going to be doing more live streams until we get into holiday mode. Okay, folks? I need to rest, recuperate, and take care of my house. Right? So, well, thank you, Melissa Campbell. We were so sick early February 2020. Our vacation spent the whole week in the hotel room sick. Oh my gosh. All right. For all those who care to, please help me close with some spiritual nourishment. This is not religion. This is us connecting with the power that fuels our faith. Yours is yours, mine is mine. If you don't like some of the things I say in the prayer, then just discount them. Take what you want and leave the rest. But know that this is all about love, right? Just let your love flow like a mountain stream and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams. You know what I mean? All right, let's do some nice deep breathing. I can still breathe. Inhale love, exhale fear. Inhale light, exhale darkness. Hey, God, creator and one source of everything. Thank you, God, I never understood the laying on of hands until I laid my hands on my grandbaby in that belly. And the love and the joy was so pure. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you for my family and my friends, my health, my husband, my home. God, I got nothing but gratitude. Nothing but gratitude. There's a lot of people out there, God, that are struggling to understand what's going on, struggling with fear of the future, struggling with, all kinds of the way the world has been twisted up in knots over the last few years. And we don't know where to look because we've been lied to sometimes. We've been lied to and mishandled and treated like guinea pigs. And there's a lot of people still confused by that, God. And I ask you, God, we lift them up to you, the people that are afraid, alone, suffering, neglected, addicted, rejected, ill, alone, elderly. We lift them up to you, God, so that the light of your love may pour down over them as a balm, as healing as warm honey. Because we know you're there for us, God. But not everybody sees that. Not everybody understands that. So we lift them up to you, God. We give them to you. And we go forth, God, holding your light aloft, the light of your love that shines forth in the darkness as we walk hand in hand, heart to heart, through the darkness together. Your love parts the darkness with the light of your love. And we are so grateful. Thank you for my YouTube family, God. I don't know what I'd do without them. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Blessed be. Walk in the eternal light of God's love. Take care. God bless. And thank you for being a part of my life. You've been here we've been together now, some of us so long. Don't know what I would do if the internet died tomorrow. I love you. Don't ever forget that.